Ding dong, ding dong. Calma, muchachos. Ferreira is back. Welcome back to my channel. Feels weird. It's been a long time since I last was live. Big up to everyone in the chat. Make sure you support the channel. Please smash the like. New to the channel as always. Make sure to subscribe. Leave your thoughts in the chat. I will, on this live stream, I'm going to try to keep it short. I'm going to just probably about half an hour to 45 minutes. I will be talking about, obviously, Mahrez, who is close to go to Saudi Arabia. Also giving my thoughts on Man City. Is this the perfect summer to rebuild the squads after winning the treble? And a few questions. And obviously, with everyone in the chat, let me know. Please, let me know your thoughts. If you got anything to ask, only relate to football. Make sure that don't get any private stuff to ask me. But yeah, big up to everyone. Let's go, my beautiful people is in here. Let's go, the king is back. Big up to you, my brother. Good to see you. Zala, vamos, much love to you. Won't be long, Ferreira. Alex is a Man City fan, so it's just get better to have a Man City fans. I want to hear his thoughts as well about Mahrez, and I'm going to go through. I will be sharing my screen as well from the season just gone and the season before that. Man City squads. How important is, how clever is Pep Guardiola, how he rebuild. Obviously, you've seen what happened to Liverpool last season, you see what happened to Chelsea last season, and I've said this plenty of times with Chelsea and Liverpool. Liverpool knew that since they won the Premier League, since they won the Champions League, they should have started rebuild. They didn't. And we know that what happened to Liverpool last season, we knew this was coming. And I've said plenty of times, I said every week from the start of last season that this is that season that you're going to see Liverpool's going to struggle. And so just quickly let me just quickly put this up with Mahrez, right? I'm going to share right now in here. Keep smashing the likes, please, people. Really appreciate the love and support. It's been amazing. It's been just over 1 year, 2,500 subscribers. Lazy. It's like, you know, Messi scoring goals. But look, I'm just going to go through in here, obviously, mainly with Fabrizio Romano. The latest is on Mahrez, right? So the deal is four seasons for the Algerian, and Man City is asking for around, I would probably say about 27 to 31 million pounds. This is euros in here, and another player who's going to Saudi Arabia for ridiculous money again. I think he's going to be earning around 22,000 pounds a year. Is crazy. So I'm going to be sharing here a few of, like, obviously from the media what he's been saying. Mahrez have gave the green light. Now he's between the two clubs, Al-Ahli and Man City. Let's see what this is going to turn into, because I strongly believe that Mahrez will be going. Mahrez will be going because he knows this is the chance of his life. I'm not saying he's not going to get another chance. Of course he will. He's only 32 years old. And let me just quickly go in a live chat in here. Big up to you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. I have arrived. Good to see you, people. Make sure you keep smashing the likes. If you've got any questions, leave in the live chat and I will go through. Let me just quickly share the screen before I start giving my thoughts about Mahrez and stuff. And I will be sharing my screen with Man City 2021-2022 squads and Man City last season squads. Guardiola loves to rotate. Guardiola loves to rebuild the team. Guardiola just doesn't care if you Mahrez, he doesn't care if you Kevin De Bruyne, he doesn't care if you Haaland. If you want to go, you just go. But with Mahrez, he was signed by Man City 5 seasons ago from Leicester. He won that league with Leicester, and yeah, he did actually work out well. A good player. I think Mahrez is a very good player. Can be, you know, underrated at times. It can also be inconsistent at times as well. It seems to get very annoying. You know, with Pep, he loves to rotate anyone. And but Mahrez doesn't like it, hates it, just wants to play all the time. But look, he won everything with Man City. When I've said this about Bernardo Silva and I've said about Gundogan, come to the time where these players have done everything for Man City, they have won everything. You just don't blame them. Look, Gundogan has the dream to play for Barca, signing for Barca. Bernardo also has a dream to play for Barca. This guy's been getting lots and lots of offers, big money from Saudi Arabia clubs. Gundogan rejects Saudi Arabia. Bernardo has rejected, I think, 2 or 3 offers from Saudi Arabia. But, after being at Man City, Mahrez has been in there for 5 years. Bernardo is in there for about, I think, 6 years now, like Gundogan and stuff. These guys have won everything. They have done everything. So they feel like, they just want a new challenge in life. Look what's going to happen with Walker. I believe as well, and I've said this in one of my videos, said I think Walker will also leave. But Pep does not care. As much as like Pep wants to, and maybe he tries to keep Gundogan, Bernardo, and I've said this already. Kevin De Bruyne will leave Man City next season. You mark my words right now. I'm saying to you that Kevin De Bruyne will be leaving Man City at the end of next season. Next summer, Kevin De Bruyne will be leaving Man City. And I bet with anyone that watching this live right now that Kevin De Bruyne will be leaving Man City next season. And I will tell you why. When I share my screen, I will go through Man City squads. Let me go again in the live chat. Adrian says, if City sell Mahrez, then who do you think will be the new... I don't know. I mean, Foden will have more chances to play. I just do not get why Foden doesn't play. He's a quality player. I'm a big fan of Foden. I think there's so much talent on Foden. But it's going to be, with Pep, the thing is with Pep, he loves to rotate. Mahrez hates being on the bench. He hates, coming off. It's one of the reasons. I could say so many reasons why Mahrez wants to leave, right? He knows that nothing's going to change. If he stays at Man City for another season, it's just going to be another one in his squads. It's not going to be that player that, when you look at players like Kevin De Bruyne, very important for Guardiola. Every player is important for Guardiola, but he's not that kind of player that, like Haaland, right? Haaland played almost every game last season. It's not like Kevin De Bruyne. It's not like, Anderson in goal. That these kind of players will always be key for Guardiola, will play most of the games. And Mahrez feels like we've seen him get well annoying, get angry, pissed off the fact that he's coming off, he's not playing as well. So, he's Pep Guardiola. We know, we've been watching football enough to know what Guardiola is like. He loves to rotate. It doesn't matter who you are. What it could be, you could be De Bruyne, Haaland, still rotate this kind of players sometimes. But I strongly believe, going back with Adrian in here, I believe that Man City will sign. I think if Mahrez goes, I'm not sure, will Man City lose Mahrez and Bernardo and Gundogan in the same season? I mean, they will always find a replace. And this is another good thing with Man City. They will always find a replace. It doesn't matter. Guardiola will go and sign someone, a defender, that no one knows who is that defender, and he will play as a right winger, and he will do the same job as Mahrez and Bernardo do. And I'm telling you that this is why Guardiola is special. This is why Guardiola, for me, I respect everyone's opinion. We're talking about, Alex Ferguson, Jose Mourinho, Ancelotti. But when it comes to Guardiola, this is what I was just mentioning, that he will go and sign a player that you never saw, you never heard about it, or he will just convert to a player that plays in the midfield into a right winger, and that player is going to become a monster. This is why Guardiola is so special. This is why Guardiola is different than anyone else. This is why Guardiola is changing football badly. Badly. Everyone wants to be Pep Guardiola. Everyone wants to have that, like we call the gut brain like Guardiola has. His tactic, he's so genius that he just does not care who you are. I'm telling you right now, it will be hard for Man City to lose Mahrez and Bernardo, but if they do, they will go and get someone. I'm not gonna say that when I say they're gonna do the same job, of course. Come on. I don't mean like they will be the same, they will have the same quality as Mahrez or Bernardo, but I'm telling you that they will still do a good job. Under Guardiola, it's almost impossible for any footballer not to do good under Guardiola. This is why Guardiola is so special. And I've got my Man City friend in here. He's not connected yet, just yet. But let me just quickly go in the live chat. I apologize if I'm taking a little bit long. But my brother in here says De Bruyne has 2 more seasons with City in him. I think, yeah, he has. But I'm telling you that De Bruyne will be leaving Man City next season. I'm telling you right now, my brother. My brother in here says, Haller as a striker and Alvarez is the right winger. Sorry, pardon me. Who says now? And this is something that I was going to move into now. I was talking about Mahrez and talking about Bernardo, right? So this live stream probably ended up being about an hour and a half, but it doesn't matter. When you look at the difference between Alvarez and Haller, this is what I say as a footballer. This is the big difference. Why I think as a footballer, Alvarez is a better footballer than Haller. Haller can only play as a number 9. Alvarez can play anywhere. Anywhere. Whenever he drops De Bruyne, he plays with Alvarez. Alvarez, how many times has Alvarez last season done De Bruyne's job? And Haaland's at the same time, right? So this is what is going to happen. He's just going to drop Alvarez. He's basically going to have Alvarez as he's good. I think Alvarez between lines, breaking between lines, Alvarez is the best striker in the world. He's so clever. His movements between lines, the way he moves with the ball and without a ball, is very important to know how to play football without a ball. Alvarez is the best striker in the world. And this is a good point because we know that Guardiola is going to do that. He knows he has Julian Alvarez in the bench. He feels bad. He feels bad for having Julian Alvarez in the bench. Come on. How many times that I've said last season, I was like, I wonder how Guardiola feels to have this kind of quality in the bench, right? It's scary. Man City squad is unbelievable. When you look at Man City squads, and I've said this plenty of times, it's the best squad in the top 5 leagues. I'm not going to say by far because Bayern is close. When you look at Bayern's squad in the paper, but then, Man City just cooked them. They absolutely destroyed them last season. But when you look at Man City's squad, it's unbelievable. But having players like Julian Alvarez, the guy who's only 23, who already can play football at the age of 23, who starts for the World Cup champion Argentina, who won the Copa Libertadores, who won absolutely, basically, everything. He won all the trophies that every footballer dream of winning. So Alvarez has done it at the age of 23. With game time as well. He was key for River. He was key for Argentina once they changed the system and changed with Alvarez instead of Lara to Martinez. And then at Man City, we saw last season a lot of times how good he was. A lot of times he was coming on, even the times he started as well, how good he is. Not just because I like Argentina, not because I like Julian Alvarez, but we know we're talking about a serious football in here. We're talking about a player that has everything. And who knows? Who knows? He might have a chance to win a Ballon d'Or one day. It's not going to be easy, but who knows? I said now. What do you mean, Adrian? You said now what? Let me know what you're trying to say. Dalaval, big up to you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. If more players leave Man City, Liverpool or Arsenal could... Is Man City, is Dalaval. The thing is, I know, I do get, like I said, it's not going to be easy to replace the quality of Mahrez, Bernardo, Gudingham, but you know what Pep is like. You have to think that Pep has done it. Pep has done it without Haaland. Pep has done it without Mahrez. Pep has done it without Julian Alvarez. Let me see if Alex can hear me now. Alex.
Yes. Hello, Ferreira, mate.
Can you hear me, yeah?
Yes, I can hear you.
Good. I can hear you. I think everyone in the chat can hear you. Welcome back to my channel, my brother. I really appreciate you taking your time to come along. And it's just the perfect person to talk to me about Man City, as you're a Man City fan. Tell me about Mahrez. Looks like he's very close to go to Saudi Arabia. You've lost Gunningham as well to Barca already. Bernardo, clearly, he has made his mind up that he wants to leave. He wanted to leave last season, but he still stayed for another season. So what is your thoughts on this? Like, because I call this the perfect summer to rebuild Man City squad. And you know why I'm saying to you this? Because of Saudi Arabia, big money, and also you have won everything. You just won the treble, and it's time for you to rebuild. Don't do the same mistakes that we've seen in the past. Lots of teams doing, like Liverpool and Chelsea. So tell me a little bit more about you. Tell me your thoughts, please.
All right. So with Mahrez, I could have told you maybe 2 seasons ago that his time was coming to an end. I knew it was going to come eventually because he had done his part already. He's done so much for us, especially in the Champions League against PSG. He absolutely smashed that game. In the Saudi Arabian sort of side, I guess all these players are going to Saudi. It's the money really that gets them all interested. Not really the play of football unless Ronaldo is their idol. I think, a replacement would be quite good for Mahrez.
Are you worried that, you're losing Mahrez? You've lost Goodingham, right? I know how much you love Goodingham because we always have a chat about Goodingham. And obviously, it looks like you will be losing Walker. Let's not forget about that. Walker as well. He's going to announce soon. He's going to have a chat with Pep Guardiola. And I strongly believe he will be leaving as well. But Walker, who for me is the greatest right back in Man City history, one of the best right back in this generation. He is underrated. When I say he's underrated, it's just because the media worldwide doesn't talk enough about how good is Kyle Walker. And I think this guy is still a monster. He still runs quicker than, 20, 22 years old players.
Yeah.
And the greatest, the best right back Man City has ever had. And I'm telling you, Man City has had quite good right backs, has done a lot for the club, like Pablo Zabaleta, the Argentinian, and also Michael Richards. We're talking about quality right backs. But when it comes to Walker and moving into Bernardo as well, are you worried if you lose? This is, Bernardo, Gunningham, and Walker, three main players plus Mahrez. Mahrez is key. Mahrez is one of the main players where, he will turn up, he will come on, he will score, a world-class free kick, wherever. There's a lot of talent on Mahrez. But are you worried with all these players that will be leaving Man City?
Yes. I feel like we are making a mistake of letting all of these players leave because this is a treble winning side. And how we're going to replace Gundogan is ridiculous. I don't know how. I was thinking Gabri Veiga, but I don't know if we're going to trigger his release clause or not. But I don't think Gabri Veiga will be able to do what Gundo did. With Walker, I would have thought to put Rico there, Rico Lewis, but I don't think Rico's at the stage at the moment where he can compete against someone like Vinny Jr. because he ain't built different from Vinny Jr. That guy's quick.
I agree, yeah.
With Bernardo, hopefully we can make him stay because at the moment I don't know if he wants to go PSG or not because there's been a lot of rumours about him with PSG.
His dream is to play for Barca, but we know that's going to be impossible because we can't afford. We can't even afford a player's breakfast. Never mind paying 85 million for Bernardo.
Yeah, and also the Ferran Torres deal as well that we haven't got the money back. That's still what you need to owe us as well. So it's quite hard for Barca at the moment. I feel like the signings at Barca have done it quite good. They've been quite strikeable and all that.
Yeah, they have made some good signings, but the thing is Guardiola. We're talking about, like I said, look, let me say this again, right? Some of you might not like it because, I have so many people that follow me, people that support every club. And not just because I'm a Barca fan. And I've said already on this live stream, and I've said plenty of times, why do I think Guardiola is the greatest manager of all time, right? Not just because he wins. It's how he converts any footballer, any average footballer, any player that you think that is not good, he's going to convert into a good footballer. And you know what Guardiola is like. Yeah, he would like, I'm sure Guardiola would love to have Goodingham for another season. He would love to have Bernardo. He would love to have Mahrez and Walker. I'm sure he would. But do you think he's going to be crying in his office? He will not. Guardiola, I'm telling you right now, Guardiola, he does not sleep in the night and he was already thinking who he's going to replace with. And it's Pep. This is why he's the greatest of all time. This is why he has the God's brain, my brother.
Yeah. With Guardiola, you could throw any player at Guardiola at any quality and he would make him a monster. That's why I'm interested with the Pavard links as well, because Guardiola can make, see what he did with Kimmich, for example. He made Kimmich an absolute beast. He could bring out the best in any player, really. You could get a championship player and it'd make him world class.
Absolutely.
It's his
We
strategy.
know what he's like.
Yeah, it's all about the mind. It's the boldness that always gets everyone thinking.
And you know, you mentioned about Benjamin Pavard. I don't know if you watched the video that I've made about Pavard, and it looks like if it happens, it's going to be basically a swap deal. Obviously, Bayer is a winner. Bayer is a winner because it's Walker. Like I said, we're talking about one of the greatest right back in this generation, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about a player that better than Gary Neville. Gary Neville might not gonna like this, but we're talking about probably the best right back I've seen as an English right back, the best one, right? And I don't care what people think. Like I said, don't check stats. We live in a generation where football fans, all they do is GA and stats. All they see is goals, assists, and stats. I do not check stats. I talk facts. And when I see Walker play, Walker is 10 times better than Gary Neville. I don't care what anyone says. Walker, for me, is, and he has been consistent. And it's key in life. It doesn't matter whatever you do in life, right? But it's key for you to be consistent in anything you do in life. And Walker has been consistent, right? I know his age, right? 33 years old, but he still has at least 2 more seasons at a high level. But you mentioned about Pavard. I've made a video and I said, yeah, Bayern is going to be the winning here. But Pavard also is a good footballer. He's inconsistent at times, but a good player. I liked it. I think I made already in the last 4 weeks 2 videos about him because there was rumours that he was going to Liverpool before, obviously, the swap deal that might happen with Man City. And I said about Pavard, I want Barca to sign him a few years back. And I said Pavard with Guardiola, like you mentioned, and that was spot on. He will convert Pavard into a right back winger, and a world-class DM. You've mentioned about Kimmich, right?
Yeah.
Kimmich become an absolutely a monster as a DM. What a footballer. Thanks to who? As you mentioned, Pep Guardiola. But my boy, just before we move on into, I want to share the screen, and I want you, because you are just the perfect guy to have on this live stream, Man City fan. But let me go and show some love to everyone in live chat, because these people, I cannot ignore these people. They always show me love. Cannot thank you guys enough. But yeah, Alvarez should be an insight with Alvarez, you know. I agree. Anything you guys say about Julian Alvarez, and you guys know that Julian Alvarez can play as a number 9. He can play as a number 9.5, as a number 10, as a number 11, as a number 8, as a number 7. Julian Alvarez can play anywhere. What you're just going to put him, going to tell him, look, you're going to do the Bruin job today. You're going to do Mahrez's job. You're going to do Bernardo's job. And you know that Julian Alvarez will deliver it. And we know that he will be delivering. Yes, my brother, I know what you mean. Adrian says, does City use 4-3-3 still or 3-2-4-1? City basically play 3-2-4-1 more often. We saw that, and Alex will agree with that as well. Yeah. Alex, the first half of last season, before the World Cup, right?
Yeah.
You struggle, right?
Yeah, a lot.
Because you've been playing with our number 9 basically for the last 4 or 5 years, right?
Yeah.
You brought in Haaland, right? You knew that you're going to struggle at the start for the first few months. Yeah. You had to build a team around Haaland, right? Haaland is not that kind of striker like Aguero, like Julian Alvarez, that you don't need to build around him, right? But you do need to build around Haaland. And we saw Man City struggle. We saw Man City struggle like at home losing to Brentford, at home drawing to a dead Everton team. We saw Man City struggle in a lot of games in the first half of the season.
Yeah.
But we knew it was going to take time to build the team around Haaland. He did, but ended up working well. And then City started the season with basically 4-3-3. But then they changed with that, as Adrian's mentioned now. That 3-2-4-1 came more often after the World Cup. And then you knew that after the World Cup, I would say about 4, 5, 6 weeks after the World Cup, and I said this lots of times, Man City is going to go. They're going to win the league. And there was, 9 points, 8 points, 11 points behind Arsenal?
Yeah.
And I said, Man City is going to go, going to win the Premier League. Man City most likely going to win the Champions League for the very first time. Man City's going to do the treble. What did it happen? Spot on. And 3-2-4-1 is the best formation to play with Haaland, right? Without Haaland, I think Man City can play any system and it will work well. But with Haaland, this is the system that Guardiola knew that he had to change it, and he did. He worked out well. Both that was both last season, and he says they attack with the lay and defend with 4-3 exactly, and that's actually a good point in here. Obviously, when Man City has the ball, Man City goes 3 at the back, right? They basically have 8 men up front. Then when Man City hasn't got the ball, they could go with 4 at the back. That's actually a good point in here. And is Pep being too cocky with selling his key accents? Alex, this question is for you. Dalival basically is asking, do you think Pep is being too cocky by basically selling Mahrez, Bernardo, Walker?
Yes, I think, like I said earlier, he's making a mistake. Like, I hate to say this as a fan, but I think what Pep's doing is that he's trying to like build a new generation, but we're still in the time where class players are still playing, and that we need to think about the class players instead of getting rid of our best players and build a new generation when those class players are still playing. So I would think maybe I have to trust him on some of these signings. Hopefully Josko gets done, because if we don't get Josko, I suppose it's back to maybe a Kanji, Diaz and Ake, or maybe drop some others back there as well, like Laporte if he does stay.
Laporte is another one. It's good you mentioned him, because I seem to always forget about Laporte, because obviously he wasn't really a key player last season. He has been key for Man City, not last season, but also due to injury, he seems to get injured quite quick. But that might be another player, Alex, that will be leaving as well, Laporte.
Yeah. Well, with Laporte, I suppose he's done his time. He's been there for so long. He's been through the highs and lows. I suppose I can see Laporte going Spanish league, I reckon. To Atletico Bilbao, maybe, where he came from. He might be good back there, but it depends if they can afford him or not, because they're not the most richest club out of everyone. So Spurs was an option for him, but he turned down Spurs. What confused me a bit, because it's another good move he could use to develop. I suppose maybe Barca would, maybe, but we've just reinforced with Inigo Martinez.
Brother, we haven't got money, man.
Yeah, you ain't got much.
I've been donate £5 every week to Barcelona, to get their breakfast for the players every morning.
Yeah.
And in a bad situation. But yeah, I'll let you finish off quickly.
So I can see definitely Laporte gone. I know Palmer's going out on loan, but I'd rather keep Palmer personally, is my opinion. Palmer's another shout, someone I want to play maybe where Mahrez would play. But if we're going back to Laporte, I don't know. I would take any sort of money, to be fair. Any move will do. Like,
I don't think Palmer will be leaving, especially like that after that under 21 with England. What a talent! What a talent! The thing is, like you mentioned as well, you in a generation where you understand that Guardiola wants to rebuild, wants to bring young mind, fresh mind, young players, fresh legs. But I think he will be too much. Of course, it will be too much. It will be too much losing Mahrez, Bernardo, Gundogan, Walker, Laporte, all these kind of players, because they're still quality, like you said, players that can still play at a high level. But Alex, let's not forget as well on the other side that Gundogan left only because he had a dream to play for Barca. He wants to play for Barca. And come on, he won everything with Man City. He has done everything. Yeah. And when you look at players like Bernardo as well, this kind of players, they're still hungry, but they just want a new challenge. And they like Bernardo is almost 30, Gundogan is 32, Mahrez 32. Walker is 33, if I'm not wrong, as well. So you would think that this player is still hungry, but they want a new challenge, and you cannot blame them. But Guardiola has Man City. Everyone seems to forget about Man City academy, right? We're talking about one of the best academy in English football with so much talent, right? There's so many good players coming up. You've mentioned about Ricky Lewis, right? I'm
Yeah,
a big fan of Ricky Lewis. He's the reason why Joan Cancelo basically will not play for Man City ever again, right?
yeah.
And Ricky Lewis, he's only what, 18 years old, right? He's
I
only
think he's
18.
18.
You can tell that visually, yeah, there's a lot of talent, a lot of quality, but you need more than just quality. He's still
Yeah,
very young, but it doesn't matter with Guardiola. It looks like an 18 years old looks like he's so mature that he's been playing football for about 10 years. This is what Guardiola's so good. He makes players that he's just unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable.
yeah,
So yeah, Alex, let me quickly go through in here in a live
yeah.
chat. Big up to everyone, people. Just do a massive favor. Keep smashing the like on this stream. Really appreciate the love and support. Let me quickly say, Adrian says, Pep is not being cocky, right? So Adrian doesn't think Pep's being cocky. He's cashing
Yeah,
in on his bench players and signing superstars to replace them.
yeah,
Laporte, Al, and Gavioli next year. Yeah, I mean, Man City's making money. The thing is, Man
yeah,
City's they have to look at Chelsea. What they're trying to do, they're basically sending the whole squad to Saudi Arabia, and Man City trying to do the same. Right, Man City trying to get as much as money they can get in, and obviously because they will be investing. And just before we come in live, Fabrizio Romano tweet about Gabriel saying, obviously everything pretty much is done by the player side and Man City,
yeah,
just waiting to get a deal done between Man City and Leipzig. Because Leipzig, Man City wants to go up to 70, 75 million, but Leipzig still asking for about 100 million.
yeah.
He's a good player. I've made a video and I've talked about him already, but I don't think he's worth 100 million. I think he's too
No,
much. But my brother, it's today's football, right? It's
yeah.
today, and you just it's silly money. The Man City fan, who do you think more of a threat in the Premier League, Liverpool or Arsenal?
Oh.
Alex, question for you.
Okay, so I'm gonna go for a wild card. I'm gonna say it's Liverpool, to be fair, because I'm a really big fan of Dominic Zoboszlai. Managed how I managed to say that name right. Alexis McAllister as well. Some good players you brought in, very good. And obviously, like I mentioned about Zoboszlai, that guy, he's a monster. My God, he is a monster. He is a good player, and I'm gutted that we didn't get him because he was brilliant. And yeah, I would about McAllister. I reckon with McAllister, it's going to take a bit of time for him to settle in a bit, but he will get there eventually. And then you hear the Liverpool fans in the stand singing that McAllister song. God, I can't wait for that. So yeah, I would, yeah, good. And with Arsenal, for example, don't know, they just got the bottle jeans in them, innit? So he's got the bottle
They will
jeans.
always bottle in it. Don't be worried about Arsenal. We're ready. I'm ready to cook Arsenal next season.
Yeah.
And in here, what's up, hermano? Big up to you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for all the love and support. People, I just been talking too much, right? And then I've lost track on the live stream, but sorry, on the live chat. But keep dropping your comment there. Don't forget to keep supporting the channel. And Dalival says, I think we all know guaranteed top three next season is not in order. Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool. What about if I tell you that Arsenal will not finish top three next season? You can't hate me. Arsenal fans can't hate me. You will do for the rest of my life because I don't like you and I will be cooking you for the rest of your life. And you will be going sleep on the back of your man's bed for another 19 years. And I'm ready. Arsenal fans, you get ready because I'm going to cook you so badly like I've been doing since day one from last season. And I've warned all of you what is going to happen. You didn't want to believe me. And I had a lot of you clowns on my live stream basically every week telling me a lot of rubbish. I've warned you all, and I'm telling you, and I'm going to say this now until the season starts. I will say again every week. Arsenal will not finish top three next season. You mark my watch. And you say what Football Ferreira said. There's proofs. There's on my YouTube channel. There's videos. There's short clips. There's plenty of live streams where I predict. I don't always get right. Nobody's perfect. But, 99% of the times, I will get it right. And I'm telling you right now, 8 people watching now. We're going to have a few more watching after. Arsenal will not finish. You can record this. You can record this right now. Arsenal will not finish top 3 next season. Mark my words.
Yeah.
Liverpool is a fact. I mean, let's see what's going to happen with Liverpool. I believe Liverpool will do better than they did last season. Liverpool will be top 4. I believe. I'm always a big believer on big clubs. This is why I don't believe Arsenal, because they're a small club. I think City will have a drop off next season by 5-10 points, as they have just won a treble by not writing Pep off. Alex, this is for you, coming from a Liverpool fan.
So, yeah, we'll have that occasional start, I reckon. I don't know, because I'm really nervous, because Burnley, first day away, you saw what happened with Brentford versus Arsenal when Brentford beat Arsenal 2-0. It's quite a hard one to do on the first day, especially when you're a first day team. That's why I feel bad for the most of the teams that play on the first day, because it's the pressure, because obviously it's not like the end of the season, but you're going to be watched by pretty much the whole Premier League fans and all that, because it's the first game of the season and everyone would want to watch it because it's back after so long. But yeah, I'm quite nervous for that game. But I think, yeah, we will drop quite a lot of points, I think.
Alex, remember, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Yeah.
It's always how you finish. And you know, with Man City, and they have proved, they have warned everyone how they finish. Every season, they seems to finish very strong. Everyone before the season start, there's going to be a time, don't get me wrong, there's going to be a time when Man City is going to struggle. Man City is going to have a very bad season like Liverpool had last season and Chelsea. But I just cannot see that happen anytime soon under Pep Guardiola. Because even if players like Mahrez leaves, even if players like Bernardo and Gundogan left and stuff, I still think you'll be up there. I still think Man City be up there, my brother.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think you should be worried. But that's just me. I'm just a neutral fan, right?
Yeah.
I remember, whenever I talk, you guys seem to take a piece of me all the time. But then at the end, it's not who laughs first. Remember, it's always who laughs last. And I always laugh last. You can't say whatever you want about me. You can't speak English. Arsenal and Liverpool caught the Man City style. Very true. With the inverted full backs, with John Stones, Arsenal being Zinchenko, and for Liverpool, Trez Arnold. Very true. And also, when you see Arsenal just bought Timber, right? Timber from Ajax is the perfect player to do Pep Guardiola system. Very good player. I do right, Timber. I think he's a great signing. Don't get me wrong, I do not like Arsenal. I don't think, and I know they will not finish top 3, but they have made some good signings. Timber is a quality player. And in a live chat, I've got in here, my brother. Big up to you, Tottenham fan. Hope you're doing well, my brother. I haven't seen you for a very long time. I hope you're doing well. Saudi Arabia are going to be top 5 league in 2 years. We've said about China a few years back. We said that, China is going to take over. They're going to take all the footballers and stuff. But all of a sudden, they stopped. I believe Saudi Arabia, they will keep going, but I don't think it's going to get to that point where somebody needs to stop them. Maybe be me, Football Ferreira and Alex, and everyone in the car. We're just going to stop Saudi Arabia. Anyways, but I hope you're doing well. Delaval says, I think Gabriel is a risk signing. He's a good defender, but definitely is not worth the money. 100%. He's not worth the money.
Not a big fan of the money.
Yeah, I don't think any footballer worth this money, this kind of money. But, right, Adrian says, Laporte leaves and Gabriel coming in is a massive upgrade as a centre back, to be fair.
Yeah, I'd say, yeah, 100%.
Young as well. And, oh my God, what is this Adrian in here?
Respect Adrian. Respect Adrian, all right?
Yeah. Don't fight against each other, right? Be nice to each other. Remember, it's not hard to be nice to people, right? Be nice to each other, people. Come on. Let me join my idol, Football Ferreira. My amigos, respect Ferreira. Big up to you. And Hazard says, is this Alex the geek from the Me Amigos group? Come on, be nice, man. Be nice. Shut the flying front door up, man. Right, this is why I love you guys. He's a fifth stream, got away. Come on, be nice. Be nice. Respect Alex. Bongo, this is my brother. You all my brothers, right? You all my brothers. The loser isn't good. Come on, be nice, be nice. Right. Let me try and go in here. Dalival says Arsenal will get top three. They have enough quality for top three. They have the quality, but they haven't got the manager. Arteta is a bottle manager, and they're both bottle club. Arteta is not a good manager. Yeah, he did well in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Almost the whole season, but in your bottle. And he did not do well. You know what? Because the money they've been spending, and he's playing his best players in Europa League when he was like 8 points clear of Man City. That's a manager with non-brain. What he wants. Come on, they will not finish top three. My early top four predictions are Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Man United. Alex, you.
Yeah, I'll say that's about right. I do think about Man United though. I don't think I don't really know too much about Andre Onana. I know about the UCL final, but he was absolute garbage in it. He did make a few good saves, but he wasn't as good as Edison in that final. Mount, never really rated Mason Mount, to be fair. Not really. He had that one pass against us in the UCL final that just made the highlight for his career. That's all it was, and that's
yeah. Mason Mount is overrated, and it's hard to actually go and predict right now because summer transfer is still on, right? Summer transfer is going to go on until the very last second, and we know that Man United is going to go strong. Man United is going to go strong. Man United will sign good players. They already signed Onana, who I think is a good goalkeeper. Did really well for Inter last season. He has done well for Ajax before, and I've said plenty of times about Onana. But they do need more signings in, and I think they will. So, as I say, Tottenham will win the Premier League. How long do you think will take Tottenham to actually win a trophy first before thinking to win the Premier League?
I think they will get one eventually. I think this James Maddison signing and like
very good signing,
very good.
Not
very
just.
good.
I know this should be about Man City and Mahrez, but obviously people in the live chat talking about other clubs. Fine.
Yeah.
Thing is with Tottenham, I've said this a few times. I said I don't like them, but I have to give credit to what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're signing like basically underrated players, right? They're signing players names that you never heard before, you never seen them play, and a new manager, Anga, who's hungry. They're rebuilding. The way they're rebuilding at the minute, I like it. Yeah. I don't think they will win anything next season. We're talking about football. There's a funny game, anything can happen. But I like the way they're rebuilding, and I strongly believe if they stick with their plan, rebuilding the way they're doing, and keeping their manager, if that bold man does not sack Anga and gives him time, I believe Tottenham be up there, maybe win another Audi Cup in the next 3-4 years.
Yeah, maybe the FA. I reckon the FA or the UFL will be the next one for
the Audi Cup, not FA Cup. Anyways, I'm only joking, but yeah, I like the way Tottenham is doing. We got Chelsea away. That's the first game of the season. I cannot wait for that. Especially the figure will start, but we can't go on crazy winning run like 18, 19 wins in a row.
It's going to be a draw. It's going to be one of those draws.
Let's see. It seems to be, Liverpool and Chelsea in the last 4 or 5 years, it seems to always be a draw. Seems to be always a 0-0 as well. So Adrian says, Liverpool will struggle if you don't not sign at the YM. You really needed the YM because Fabinho is going to Saudi Arabia. Henderson also looks like he's going as well. And you needed the YM. You do need the YM, Dalival. And you've said this plenty of times in my video. You're always on my videos and you always says that. Adrian says, Spolozla, whatever his name, Dominic and Alexis is not enough. You need Lavia. Lavia is a quality player. Can't really make a top prediction if win is an over. Exactly. That's exactly what I think as well. True. And Premier League teams seem to be inconsistent. So, you never really know. It's true, you just never know with it. But, Alex, just quickly let me bring in with... obviously, this is a profession, like I mentioned, to rebuild the squad because you just won the treble. So you've just won the treble. And for me, it's the right time to rebuild, to start rebuilds. Obviously, Guardiola knows, right? He has done it. He's done it in Barcelona before, right? He has done it, won the treble. Then he he went and win La Liga and stuff, but then he missed out on the Champions League, and he won the Champions League, but he knew how important it was. This is what he started rebuilding. He started, getting different players like David Villa and stuff. But with Guardiola, this is a smart move because I've mentioned, and I say this again, when you see Liverpool, right? Liverpool last won the Premier League was in 1920, was it?
Yeah,
1920, right?
Something like that.
When Liverpool last won. And when you look at this Liverpool squad right now, let's say like Fabinho's still there. Let's say the players that already left, like Keita, Alex Chamberlain and stuff. But when you look at this Liverpool squads, it's pretty much the same team that won that Champions League against Tottenham, the same team that last won the Premier League. And when you look at Man City squads, I was going to share the screen, but I'm not really going to bother to share the screen. But because I've got all in my mind now, right? Look, you've won the Premier League a few times with our number 9.
Yeah.
You got rid of Sterling and Gabriel Jesus, right?
Yeah.
What did a lot of people said when you got rid of Gabriel Jesus and Sterling?
So as soon as we got rid of Jesus, I went on Twitter for a bit. I looked around, and some people were quite happy, to be fair, because he missed so many chances. That's why probably was a reason why he went. Especially in that PSG game as well. There was an interview recently that came out with Jesus where he went and cried and called his mum. I felt like he just didn't want to be there. I think he had enough. I think he's done his due, like I said, with the other players. And he just missed so many clinical chances. If we go back to Real Madrid, when we played Madrid, there was a few things he could have scored. He scored one. I'll give him his due. He did score one. But there were so many other chances that all of us as an overall team could have scored personally. But with Haaland now, we would have easily won that game. But with Zinchenko,
Sterling as well.
Sterling. Yeah, Sterling. I can't lie. That was a tough one to take, Sterling. I was quite glad about Sterling because he was just so good for us. But it just came to the point where I think the play time where Pep keeps on moving players around and around and around. He rotates all the time, so Sterling just didn't want to be there, just like Jesus. But Sterling didn't actually go on an actual live interview and talk crap about us like Jesus did, very much.
Yeah, but like you mentioned last season, when obviously Gabriel left, Sterling left, you've mentioned about Zinchenko as well. Everyone before the season started was predicting that City's just going to flop, City this and City that. But look, this is why I said, look, as a neutral fan, I'm going to say I'm not worried that City, Gunningham's going, Bernard is going, Mahrez is going, Walker will be going, Lapo is going. He's Pep Guardiola, he's Man City. Let's not forget, he already signed Kovacic from Chelsea.
Yeah.
He is a very good player. He's an injury prone. Yeah, he's an injury prone. He always seems to get injured. But if he can't stay fit, Guardiola is gonna convert this guy into a monster, right?
Yeah.
This quality. This guy had played for Madrid. He has won multi-champion leagues. He won a lot with Chelsea as well, right?
Yeah.
And you know that Guardiola has everything on his brain. The guy does not sleep 24 hours. He does not sleep. He knows. This is what I said. I don't know why people's already talking too much about everyone is worried and scared. Don't worry. City's going to sign a few players. You've got a lot of talent. Look at your squad. Let's not forget the young players that is coming up as well, right?
Yeah.
Guardiola knows what he's doing, right? Guardiola knows, and I don't think that it will be a problem. I'm not going to say City's going to be the same or better. No, you're not hearing me saying that. I'm not saying City's going to be the same or City's going to be better without his players. There's a lot of quality in here, There's not going to be easy to replace Bernardo, Mahrez, and the players we've mentioned. But I'm telling you that there will be players that will do the job. And as long as you do the job like Guardiola wants to, you know what's going to happen. You're going to win again. Let me tell you this. Before we end this stream, I'm going to give another 5 minutes, Alex.
Yeah.
I appreciate everyone in live chat. Guardiola will never stop winning. He's a bold, greedy man.
Yeah.
He loves winning. He's obsessed with winning. It doesn't matter who's leaving. He will win.
Yeah.
If he does not win the Premier League next season, he goes and win FA Cup, League Cup, and probably goes all the way, probably win another Champions League. Who knows? He will keep winning. He will keep his legacy as the GOAT, the greatest manager of all time. That is my opinion. And Pep does it because he prepares a team for the future. He takes care of his teams and shape for a generation, just like he did with Barca. Absolutely. There is not a better comment to describe basically what we've been saying and what I've said on this live stream about, as a neutral fan, you shouldn't be worried. I'm not worried about Man City like selling all this play. They still be up there. They will win. Guardiola will win it. Guardiola is the man. He will win it. And Bergen says he's probably preparing to leave sometime soon. Also, he will also be leaving. And you know that when he feels like Barca was the right time to leave, he did it. Look at Bayer as well. He felt was the right time, and he did it. And Man City's coming to the point where, he does love Man City. He does have a big connection with the club, with the supporters, with the culture, with the city, with the country, right? Guardiola had that connection with Man City that I've never seen with Bayern, but I've seen with Barca. But obviously, Barca is the club of his life. But he does love Man City a lot. Not going to be easy for him to leave, but I strongly believe his mentality of just winning and winning. He will never be greedy of just winning. He will be leaving, and he will just keep winning. But don't worry, Man City won before Guardiola, and Man City will win after Guardiola. Barcelona won before Guardiola, and Barcelona won after Guardiola. Bayern won before Guardiola. Bayern won after Guardiola, right?
Yeah.
So this kind of clubs will always keep winning, but this kind of managers like Pep Guardiola will forever win. Do you know why?
Yeah, because he's got that mentality.
Absolutely a monster as a manager. He has a brain like I don't really see many out there with Pep Guardiola's brain. But Adrian says, after City, I think Pepe might go to MLS because I remember he did an interview saying how he likes the USA. I don't know. I cannot. It's hard to say into this. It's hard to say, I don't think you will go because nothing surprises you anymore. Look, all these players going to for big money. It's all about the money. There's no love anymore. Never mind loving, have love in a relationship. You don't see that anymore in life. In football, you don't see anymore. Unfortunately, shame as big football fans. We love the game. We have the passion still, but his players, they don't care, right? He wants to manage an international team. He also wants that. He's said a few times, very, very true.
Yeah.
He would cook with Spain.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
In about a few years. Yeah, there's a long youngsters, big talent, I believe. Me, addiction to Ferreira stream. Thank you. Like what, drinking coffee, wherever. But yeah, look, Alex, my brother, for the very first time, this wasn't planned. I was planning to do this stream on my own, right? And I said, I am going to do this stream for half an hour or 45 minutes because I haven't done. Basically, my channel used to be just about live reactions, live streams, right?
Yeah.
I love doing live streams because I've got people, to interact, people to, asking me stuff instead of just like being in here boring, making videos. I've been doing a lot of videos. Transfer is different, but this wasn't planned, but it was a pleasure. And I cannot thank you enough. And, you got ball knowledge. You're not just a Man City fan. You're also a football fan, a big football fan. And you had all your friends in a live chat showing you a lot of support, which is good. And I'm not sure if you've been on YouTube before.
Sometimes I made some stupid videos, but that was about it.
Is this your first live stream?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I've never done this in my life.
This is going to be a first one of hopefully many. And remember, the channel is always open for you whenever you want to. You feel like you want to come along, just drop me a message if you see that I go live. And I want to say a big thank you, of course, to you and everyone in the live chat. So, guys, I cannot thank you guys enough. You know that how much I appreciate you by just asking you guys, do a massive favor, support the channel by like and subscribe. That's all I ask people. I never ask people to donate money. I'm not on YouTube, and I said this lots of times. I'm not on YouTube for the money. Thanks God, I do work hard in my life.
Yeah.
But I'm in here because I love and I'm in here for you guys.
Yeah,
We agree, we disagree, but that's part of football.
Yeah.
That's part of being a football fan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get mad sometimes. You guys get mad. You do not agree with me. But it's part of being football. But at the end of all agree and disagree, there's one very important thing you should always do to people. I don't do it to Arsenal fans. I'm sorry, I will not respect these people, but
yeah,
you can always be nice to people. Remember that it's not hard to be nice to people. It's not hard to support people. I always say that. But a lot of people think that I'm cocky and I do not support people. But who knows
Yeah.
me knows who I am. I'm not in here to prove to anyone anything. I'm in here for the fan, for the love and the passion. But yeah, big thank you to every single one of you that showed a love and support in the live chat. And it's been a long time since I last did a live stream. I will not do anytime soon, maybe, but
Yeah.
who knows? Let's see. But once the season starts, you guys know my channel will just be live reactions, as usually. The biggest games, biggest leagues with the biggest clubs, and I will see you guys in a lot live reactions in a live chat next season. But keep up with the channel. There's plenty of videos. I try to make as many videos as I can talking about the transfer. So check it out. God bless you all. Alex, a big thank you. God bless you. And I will see you guys very, very, very soon. Ciao, amigos. Adios.